The hospital was plunged into chaos as the toxic snake known as King Cobra, with its purple glowing cosmic eyes, appeared out of nowhere. The mere presence of the deadly creature sent everyone into a panic, causing them to flee in terror to avoid being bitten by its toxic fangs. But the chaos didn't end there, as more corrupted toxic snakes like the black mamba and rattlesnake also materialized inside the hospital. The three toxic snakes, with their purple glowing eyes, began to fight each other relentlessly. Their bodies twisted and writhed as they exchanged toxic bites, but to no avail. Each snake seemed to heal and regenerate from every wound inflicted upon them, thanks to their mysterious purple eyes. The hospital was filled with the sound of their hissing and the smell of their toxic venom as they continued their eternal battle. As the fight raged on, the intensity of their purple glowing eyes increased, emitting a thick foggy mist that enveloped the entire hospital. The snakes moved with ungodly speed, their movements a blur as they dashed and bit each other with ferocity. The brightness of their eyes seemed to grow with each passing moment, casting an eerie purple light over the scene. The three corrupted purple-eyed snakes seemed locked in an eternal struggle, their bodies entwined in a deadly dance of death. The hospital echoed with the sounds of their battle, a never-ending symphony of hisses and strikes. And as they continued to fight, it became clear that this was a battle that would never end, a cycle of violence and destruction that would continue for eternity. And so, the hospital remained a battleground, a place of eternal conflict where the three toxic snakes fought endlessly, their purple glowing eyes casting a haunting light over the scene. The world outside moved on, unaware of the chaos that raged within the hospital walls, a testament to the power of these corrupted creatures and their unending battle. The hospital was plunged into chaos as the toxic snake known as King Cobra appeared out of nowhere, its purple glowing cosmic eyes striking fear into the hearts of all who laid eyes on it. People scrambled to escape, knowing the deadly consequences of a single bite from the venomous creature. But the terror did not end there. Soon, two more corrupted snakes, Black Mamba and Rattlesnake, materialized within the hospital walls. The three toxic snakes engaged in a vicious battle, their fangs flashing as they struck at each other with deadly precision. The air was thick with the acrid scent of venom as the snakes writhed and twisted, their bodies coiling and striking in a deadly dance of death. Each bite left behind a trail of toxic wounds, but the snakes seemed to heal almost instantly, their purple glowing eyes pulsing with an otherworldly energy. As the battle raged on, the intensity of their purple glowing eyes increased, casting a eerie light throughout the hospital. The snakes moved with supernatural speed, their movements a blur of motion as they continued to clash in a never-ending cycle of violence. The sound of their hissing and the sickening thud of their bodies colliding echoed through the empty corridors, a haunting reminder of the chaos that had descended upon the once peaceful hospital. The purple foggy mist that emanated from their eyes enveloped the room, creating an otherworldly atmosphere that seemed to warp reality itself. And so, the three corrupted purple-eyed toxic snakes fought on, their eternal battle a testament to the power of their otherworldly abilities. The hospital had become a battleground for these monstrous creatures, a place where the laws of nature no longer applied and the only thing that mattered was survival. As the hours turned into days and the days into weeks, the snakes continued their endless struggle, locked in a never-ending cycle of violence and destruction. And as long as their purple glowing eyes continued to burn with an unholy light, the battle would rage on, forever and ever. The hospital was plunged into chaos as the toxic snake known as King Cobra, with its purple glowing cosmic eyes, appeared out of nowhere. The mere presence of the deadly creature sent everyone running in fear, desperate to escape the hospital and avoid falling victim to its toxic fangs. But the terror did not end there. More corrupted toxic snakes, like the Black Mamba and Rattlesnake, also materialized inside the now empty hospital. The three deadly creatures wasted no time in engaging in a vicious and endless battle, their toxic bites and venomous strikes causing untold destruction within the hospital walls. Despite the ferocity of their attacks, the snakes seemed to be invincible. Their purple glowing eyes emitted a strange foggy mist, and they constantly regenerated from every wound inflicted upon them. The intensity of their glowing eyes only increased as they fought, their speed and agility unmatched as they darted and struck at each other with deadly precision. The once sterile hospital corridors were now a battleground, the air thick with the acrid scent of venom and the sound of hissing and striking snakes. The three corrupted creatures seemed locked in an eternal struggle, their purple eyes burning brightly as they continued to clash and fight with each other endlessly. As the battle raged on, it became clear that this was no ordinary fight. The snakes were not just fighting for dominance, but for something far more sinister. Their purple glowing eyes held a power that seemed to transcend the physical realm, a power that fueled their eternal conflict and kept them locked in a never-ending cycle of violence and destruction. And so, the hospital became a twisted arena of death and chaos, a place where the forces of darkness and corruption reigned supreme. The three toxic snakes, with their purple glowing eyes, continued to fight with each other endlessly, their battle raging on for eternity as the world outside remained oblivious to the horrors that lurked within.